strategy, which is aimed to support the recovery process, implementation of priority programs under the recovery strategy is currently ongoing and aligned to the Big Four agenda. This will be expected to accelerate growth and promote inclusivity in the country. As we continue to ask ourselves, is it post-COVID or in COVID? Period. Ladies and gentlemen, we are faced with significant downside effect risks. The prevailing drought conditions were declared a national disaster by His Excellency the President in September 2021. This has negative implications on performance of agriculture sector and the manufacturing sector, which is dominated by agro-processing. Already the agricultural sector recorded slow growth in the first 2 quarters of 2021. The political environment is heating up, as we all know. As we get towards the general elections that come later in the year, in most cases, political uncertainty creates a wait-and-see attitude among the investors. The government is committed to having a peaceful political environment to ensure that the investor disruption is minimized. And we pray for many of you who are moving into that space, that you move in such a way that allows to ensure that this country remains stable, this country remains peaceful, and this country focuses on what is good for all of us. And so we challenge many of you. We've seen many people moving from the civil service according to the law. Yesterday was the last day. And we pray for you that you go out there and do clean politics that recognizes we only have one country and we must all live in this country. We must build it to be stronger than we found it. It's my aside. The debt level, ladies and gentlemen, has gone up with borrowing accelerated by the COVID-19 pandemic. However, our debt remains sustainable and still below the Kenya shillings 9 trillion ceiling. The government has put in place a fiscal consolidation program to ensure fiscal stability with sustainable debts in the medium term. There are also upside risks, especially with the increased uptake of the COVID-19 vaccination. As indicated earlier, by December 2021, the government had managed to vaccinate more than 10 million citizens. This is critical in management of the pandemic. Ladies and gentlemen, let me turn to some of the recommendations brought out in the report we are launching here today, focused on fast-tracking the recovery. 1, implementation of growth-oriented fiscal policy, which is appropriate in supporting the recovery process. As you are aware, aggregate demand contracted with the pandemic, and to revive the economic activity, physical injection becomes necessary. That said, it is important to observe that fiscal stability to maintain macroeconomic stability are key enabler for the sustainable economic growth.
Well, that is the launch of the Kenya Economic Report for the year 2021, which is happening at the Hilton Hotel. We are expecting the Treasury Cabinet Secretary Ukur Yatani to preside over that event.